So I don't know why, but I feel like I really want to make this video. It's just a silly rant. If you don't want to listen to a rant or a thoughts video, just click off now because it's opinions. This whole video is opinions. It's how I see the Grumps, the game Grumps. They've been a really controversial channel throughout their existence. Why people find them funny, why things have changed, yada yada yada. So I just want to I want to document my feelings, I guess, about this channel because I'm not a fanboy. I've never bought any of the Grumps merch, although I've wanted to be honest. I've never done any Game Grumps fan art. I don't think so, to be honest. I may have drawn Danny in like my art style one time, but I never submitted anywhere. I probably threw it in the trash, to be honest. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying that without being hypocritical, make sure I don't have anything in my room because I'll draw things all the time and just put them somewhere without thinking. But yeah, I'm not really a super fan. I do watch the videos for background noise sometimes, and I get a good laugh out of them sometimes. But you know, it's just kind of one of those channels that I like to listen to in the background. Unless they're playing like a Zelda game, then I'll check back every day, see what they're playing. I also have been enjoying their Bloodborne playthrough. But that's beside the point. That's not what we're trying to get at. We're not trying to talk about how much of a fan I am. We're trying to talk about the channel. So the channel started out as a gaming channel, just a casual gaming channel in between Egoraptor and JonTron, two internet personas that we've loved for a long time. And Egoraptor was known as this great animator, and JonTron was, you know, a reviewer to an extent. He's not really, I wouldn't call him a reviewer. I'd kind of call him a reactor to games. He's never really reviewed the game. He's never really said, oh, you know, this game is bad or good. He's kind of just reacted to it, kind of like Angry Video Game Nerd. I wouldn't call him a reviewer because he only does bad games. He just kind of reacts to them, and the humor he writes from that is funny. So I would never call him a reviewer. Technically, call him more of a reactor, or something along the line. But anyways, this channel was made for a casual, you know. We're going to, you know, just sit around, play. We're going to show each other games we've never played. Like if one of them had played the game, they're going to show the other one another game, and just kind of share this gaming experience together. And you know, just post it to YouTube just to get something up because, well, for Aaron, animating is a hard job for YouTube because, well, gaming was overtaking YouTube, to be honest, and it's hard to make money off animations because you get more money, more people watch your video, but your videos are going to be short because animation's hard to produce and come out, especially, you know, one person working on it, maybe two. So animation's a hard business on YouTube. That's why, you know, animation's kind of dying. But again, that's not the point. Animation dying on YouTube, of course, animation will never die. But that's not the point. And John, you know, he's this video guy that his videos take a lot of time to make. His videos are usually long, but they take a long time to make. So, you know, they had to come up with something on the side that was fun. They're just a little project. But, as it seems, okay, first let me talk about what the show was like when John was on. Because John was everybody's favorite, apparently. Personally, I could care less. John was great, Dan is great, but again, we'll get to that. When John was on, there was a lot of arguing. There was a lot of loud yelling, just loud, constant, just like in your ear. And not to say that's bad. It was funny. I love loud humor. I love just these random noises, weird stuff, just randomness. It's really funny to me. But you know, when John was on, it was chaotic. And I don't know if that was because they were just so close friends, and you know, they were just themselves. They weren't trying to please the masses and stay calm, or if they were just that was their way of entertaining people. I don't know why it was that way. It was just that way, and it was really chaotic, and that was hilarious. It was funny. Some people didn't like the channel for that, and some people came later when Dan came. But again, we'll talk about that. So yeah, that was how the show was to me. You know, a lot of us fell in love with John there. Some of us that didn't know JonTron, like me at that point. I actually didn't know JonTron until I watched Grumps. I fell in love with his channel, and I've been watching his videos every time they go up. But, yeah. So then, I had a complete brain fart there. I had to cut. And then Game Grumps it seemed like Aaron was trying to make it more of a business than just a fun, casual thing they did. And on top of that, John had to move out to Aaron to make this thing work. So it was a little inconvenient. John wasn't happy. I assume there's more things that happened. A lot of people speculate it had something to do with Susie and John's girlfriend, and a lot of people speculate this happened and this happened. I think it's purely because Aaron wanted to make it a business. I think that was the start of it all. I'm not gonna say what really happened because I don't know what really happened. Why they didn't seem to really acknowledge each other for a long time. I don't know if that was because they had some harsh breakups there, harsh becoming, a parting. It seems like they're friends again now, but at the time it seemed like, things have happened. I don't know. So yeah, like they just stopped. John left, and what I think is because Aaron tried to make it a business, but it probably was much larger than that. But that's none of our business. That's their business. It's not our business to know. We're just getting a new host on the show. That's what I think should have happened. But no, of course, people had to blow it all out of proportion. I think even then, that's probably when people invented controversy Grumps or whatever, or event Grumps or whatever on Reddit, and it probably went downhill from there. But anyways, Dan joined, and Dan got just like bashed just right there because he was replacing everyone's favorite, Grump. Because a lot of people, kind of bash Aaron because they think that he's a bad friend, and I'm a lot like Aaron. I won't hide that. I can be really annoying. I can be really dickish to my friends, but I always think I'm better. I mean, I don't mean to, obviously, but a lot of times I think I'm more important than I actually am, when really I'm just a small person in this small world, when this video is just a small thing. It's no big deal. But a lot of times I get in my head that, and I see that a lot in Aaron. I see, like, me and Aaron are a lot alike. That sounds really bad to say because he's a big guy and he's major now. He's got a big name for himself. But, personality-wise, I kind of can relate to Aaron, so I understand, But Aaron is kind of bad to his friends sometimes, it seems. But I understand. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault at all, I don't think. So a lot of people, were getting mad at Aaron. They were going towards John. And so when Dan replaced John, everyone just hated on Dan. And, I loved Dan since the beginning because he's a really nice guy. I mean, I realize he's not a grump like he should be, but he's definitely evolved since he started on Punch-Out, since his very first playthrough of Punch-Out, which is very good at, to be honest. He's evolved. He started to be like this really nice guy, and he's still this really nice guy, to be honest. But he's a grump. He's a grump, and people still say Dan is kind of like a follower. He's not a leader like Aaron. People say like Dan's never funny because he always follows what Aaron does, and I'll agree with that for like the first months that Dan was there. But like I said, Dan has really evolved. Dan is a lot better than he's ever been. He's a lot funnier. He actually can make his own jokes. A lot of people said that, like, oh, he'll just kind of like, get in with Aaron's jokes. He'll just kind of follow in, like add more to him and just be like that follower guy. But a lot of times recently when I've been watching, Dan really starts the jokes sometimes. And, that's my opinion. Again, I see that he's starting this joke. I mean, you can see in an episode of Bloodborne, he's trying to make a joke, but Aaron won't go over here, and he's like, oh, I'm about to die, so no big deal. And Dan was like, oh, I was just going to make this joke about this guy that was laying up against the wall. And he had a joke. He was going to make a joke for the show. So it shows that he definitely wants to be that person that, makes this joke. Makes the jokes too. He doesn't want to be, that person. And then also another thing is a lot of people criticize Aaron, trying to lead Dan a lot of times in games, like telling him what to do. But I don't really see how that's a problem. Like, I understand it can get annoying, but yeah, I think Dan hasn't really played games since Super Nintendo era. He kind of never really dived into 64, so he's not really familiar with the games really much anymore. I mean, he really wasn't even a gamer anymore since he picked up with Game Grumps. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure he hadn't done anything since the SNES, the Super Nintendo. So Aaron's just kind of got that model over him, and Aaron's really full of himself too sometimes. So I'm not gonna say that like I can't see that when he's guiding someone around or Dan around in the games, and but I see that in myself too. I'll probably do it. I want to start a co-op channel with a couple of my friends, and I know I'll probably end up being like an Aaron, and that's fine by me because they're used to it. I mean, if I ever do something stupid, I always apologize. I assume Aaron probably does too, but I'm just that annoying person. And Aaron can be annoying too, but I don't know. He is my favorite Gump. He's my favorite Gump. He's my favorite Grump. I don't know why. I guess it's because he's so relatable to me. Because a lot of the things I do personally, I can relate to with him. And I don't know. I'm happy with Game Grumps. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, Game Grumps has gone downhill since John left, and all these things, and oh, it's gonna be over within 2 years. But I don't know. It might be over comedy-wise because they might run out of things to say. It might run out of ideas, but I don't think it'll ever really be over anytime soon. I still enjoy getting on every day and watching the Grump episodes that I'm interested in. I've really been trying to give it a chance because, for a while there, I was kind of like bored with Game Grumps, but I guess it was just because they weren't playing any games I was interested in. But I've learned to watch even if it's not games I'm super interested in, like Sonic 3 and Knuckles when they had the completionist on from Grumpcade, which I'm not going to really talk about Grumpcade and Steam Train that much because this is about Game Grumps. I like Ross and all, but I don't really know much about Ross. I just know that he always gets picked on and he always picks on them. But that's a story for maybe another day if I ever talk about it. I really enjoyed watching Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I do not like Sonic games, and that might be another discussion for another game why I don't. But I just don't like Sonic games, and I don't know. That's not the story, though. That's not the point. I gotta keep saying that because I keep getting off topic. But I really enjoyed that playthrough so far. It's not finished yet. This is the point I'm recording this. So, I don't know. I think Game Grumps is still fine. Are there some awkward moments? Of course, there's still some weird awkward moments. Like, I think 3 episodes ago or so, in Link to the Past, as the point I'm recording this, Aaron was like talking about like his small penis, and he was like, yeah, because they were talking about like Susie and like how Susie is like this girl he likes. And like they were pretending like he's not actually married. I think this was I don't fully remember, but I'm pretty sure this was it. And he was like, oh, I hope she likes me, but she'll probably see my small penis and be like, oh god, you're gross, leave me alone, you've got a small penis. And then Dan was like, oh, it's actually referred to as a micro penis, which was funny. That was another wisecrack from Dan. But anyways, that was really awkward because it was like, is Aaron being serious? Is he just like trying to get it out there so it's not a joke anyone else can tell? And it's not the first time he's said he's had a small penis, so I guess Aaron has a small penis. He's just trying to make sure people can't beat him to the joke. I don't know. So yeah. Speaking of Susie, people have this big problem with Susie, and I think it's because of her betraying the Grump friends or something at one point. I apparently wasn't around at that point and missed that. Like something to do with jewelry and like refunds or something. And everyone like, is bashing Susie, and they always say Susie isn't funny, which I think is wrong. You can have any kind of problem with Susie. You can have like, whatever she's done, but just because she might not be an okay person, I mean, you can't really say she's not funny because there was times that she's really funny. I mean, I remember when she like genuinely made me laugh during the Lion King playthrough or the Super Puzzle Fighter 2 or whatever playthrough with Aaron. The Date Grump episodes, I think they were probably 2 years apart, or they might be on the same year, or I don't know. But she made me laugh. She can make me laugh. And the skit where they're talking about Grumps on the moon, like, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to record Grumps on the moon. She probably didn't write that line or anything. That probably wasn't written by her, but she performed that pretty well. It seemed to me. There's another thing. The ads. Recently, Game Grumps has been like advertising like the Crunchyroll and their new shirts. And honestly, I thought the Crunchyroll commercial was funny, but I understand why it wasn't, because people were complaining that the Grumps kind of do the same thing over again, just kind of like 2 people, 3 people talking, really angry at each other, like, oh, can you believe this is a thing? Can you believe that this is happening? Or, you know, and that's what the Crunchyroll commercial's been like. I believe there was a shirt commercial like that. I know there were a couple John commercial shirts like that. My favorite commercial that they've ever done was the, I guess it would be called a infomercial, I guess, when like John and Aaron are behind the table and they're like, you won't believe these shirts. We have the most amazing shirts. And then they have like the silly sticky hand things. And then like John becomes possessed at the end and he's like, oh, you're gonna love these shirts. I don't know. That was a really funny one to me. That was probably their best ad because it was written. It was written. It was like 5 minutes and it was written. It was it probably wasn't written. It was definitely improv, but it was funny. It was funny. It was stupid funny. I won't lie. It was stupid, but it was funny. It was funny stupid. And everything that Grumps does that's improv or written was stupid. Like the shirt announcement where they were throwing things at the shirt. Did it make sense? No. Does Grumps ever make sense? No, it doesn't. It doesn't really ever make sense. So I don't really see the point of complaining about that when... Why complain about something that doesn't make sense when did they ever make sense? I don't know. So that was a stupid commercial, I won't lie. I laughed at it at some parts. I actually laughed more at the bloopers than the actual commercial. But yeah. One other thing I can at least talk about. I'm trying to come up with the most talk about. I know it's a long video, but I'm just trying to spill out all my feelings about the Grumps. I thought Dan's grandmother video where he interviewed his grandma / mom was really interesting. I thought that was really interesting. I really like to see a view of the Grumps out of the real, out of the acting and into the real, and definitely with someone just as cool as his grandma, because his grandma had a lot to say, a lot of stories to tell, a lot of perspectives from her. And I'm really not into history at all, but she had some really cool things to say about the JFK assassination, and oh my god, I'm trying to think, just a lot of cool things about their family, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm trying to think, I can't remember what else she might have talked about, but yeah, that was cool, and I kind of want to see more of that. Guild Grumps, that was another thing that happened recently. Don't know how many people watch Guild Grumps. I don't play WoW. Never really been interested in WoW because of the subscription fee. I don't see the point of buying a game and having to pay every so often. I could probably get into it, although it is just, pressing a couple buttons at the same time. Or I did like how when they were fighting the boss, one person had to do this and one person had to do this in order to do this. Like one person had to fight them off or distract them, and the other person was coming in as a healer. I like tactics like that. But it takes so much planning, and half the time, to me, it just ends up like pressing buttons. When there's strategy, obviously, but I know I'm gonna get a lot of flame for that. But I didn't get it. I don't ever get World of War. Oh, not World of War. That's Call of Duty. World of Warcraft, and I don't know. I mean, I know people who enjoy it, so I'm not calling it a bad game. I just don't get it. It's probably an amazing game. But anyways, not the point. Yeah, I really enjoyed that reality show that they had control of. They had all the control of the reality show. It was just filmed by a professional team. I believe that. It was really interesting. Did they achieve their goal? No. Did I think they were going to achieve their goal of reaching level 100 from 90? No. I was really sad to see Dan and Susie drop out, especially right when it was getting good with Holly. Holly's a really cool girl, by the way. She really brought fun to the team. Whilst, the only thing I didn't like is she brought fun to the team, but she didn't keep them on track. I realize they're not going to make it, obviously, but I wish she would have came in earlier so she could have brought fun to the team while still keeping them on track, because I really would have liked to see someone reach level 100 other than Ross, who had been playing the game since, I don't know, high school, college, or something. Probably high school. But that was really enjoyable, and I hope to see more of those. It was recorded a long time ago, but just recently got uploaded. Recorded before even the second Starbomb album. And actually, Starbomb's the thing I want to talk about in a minute. But yes, It was enjoyable. I hope to see more like that. Actually, I'd really like to see like maybe Danny like doing some sports things with everybody, because none of them really like sports, I don't believe, except for I think Ross likes cricket or something. And it'd be cool to see Dan trying to get them to play sports or something, to play a sports game or something, and teaching them, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, go at it. I don't know. That would be cool and interesting to be. But anyways, Starbomb. I enjoy Starbomb. I do. The first album, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I sang along to a lot of the songs. Second album, I couldn't really get into it that much, but maybe it was because there hasn't been a lot of music videos for them yet. Just 2 music videos. Yeah, Smash and Minecraft is for everyone at this point. 2 music videos, and there's supposed to be more coming, but who knows. And I think that's why I like the first album, because I got an image to go in my head for most of the songs. I knew what was being said a lot of times. Is Aaron a good rapper? No. Aaron's not a good rapper. Is it acceptable? It's acceptable. You know, I enjoy it. It's mediocre. Danny's an amazing singer, and I love Ninja Sex Party, to be honest. They have like an 80s comedy feel to them, like 80s sound comedy of now feel. Is it stupid? Yes, of course it is. But, you know, I can see where people don't like Starbomb. A lot of the songs are the same. A lot of the second album was like sequels to the first album, and I didn't really like that much, but it was okay. First album was superior by far, in my opinion. Second album was good. It was acceptable, but the first album was a blowout to me. I understand a lot of people don't like it, and that's fine. No one asked you to like it, but I liked it. I had one last thing. I had one last little tiny noggin thing. I want to say it was more about Starbomb, but I don't know. I had it. It was there. It was so there. Oh, okay. I guess I think I've said everything about Game Grumps that I wanted to. I don't think it's going downhill just because of Danny. Danny's a cool guy. He's definitely a great addition to this Grumps team. Do I think they should have ever unmasked Barry is another question. I don't think they've ever. I do, but I don't, because Barry's a really cool guy, but it would have been cool to never really know who he is. And right now, only mysterious person we have is, if I know right, is the mysterious guy when they play Cards Against Humanity and he brings out the card. That's really the only mysterious person we have in the Grumps right now. Table Flip, by the way. Susie's really demanding, but I understand she's just trying to keep the role going, or the show going. But Table Flip's interesting. It's definitely a change up. But, you know, one sentence I can give the Game Grumps, or one thing I can say about the Game Grumps is, if you don't like dick jokes, don't watch. Because basically, the show has information, it has opinions, it has controversy, and it has dick jokes. They are very childish, but I like the childish jokes. And my friend's about to spam me a bunch of things on Facebook, and that's fine. But yeah, I like Game Grumps. I'm immature. They're immature. That's fine by me. I'm fine. That's my opinion. That's it. I like them. If you don't like them, then don't complain about them. Don't go back and watch their videos and just complain about how it's gone downhill if you don't like it. Move on. Find a new show. Oh, one last thing. If you don't like Starbomb, go check out Dwayne and Brando. I find them very interesting. They can actually kind of rap. One of them is kind of but their music is really good. They make like melodies with rap, and it's pretty good in my opinion. It's kind of like rap rock, but fuck it, it's good in my opinion. So yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you enjoyed this video, go check out one of my other videos. I plan to have more discussion videos like this. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, peace.